This movie story is of such a devilish power that is coming to the world and spreading devastation. So this story starts from a hospital where we see a couple. Reader and his wife. They had a son. And both were very happy about it. Reader was a police officer. Life was going very well. Reader has to go out for work. His wife tells him, "Please come back soon. Because today we have to go home from the hospital. Just a few tests are left." Reader had left from there. And a nurse takes his son to the nursery. There were many more children there. Now another nurse comes there. And the one who was already there tells him, "It's good that you came. Now I can take a leave." But the nurse who had just come, her behavior was a little different. When the first nurse leaves the room, the second nurse was looking at Reader's son very carefully. And then she closes the door and takes out a scissor from her bag. And she kills all the small children there. By doing this, she didn't feel any mercy. While doing all this, some people see her from outside. When they break the door and come inside, the nurse also cuts her throat. Everything was very scary. That nurse was also dead. When Reader comes to know about this, he cries a lot. And he was completely broken. But his companion tells him, "You don't have to lose hope right now. Instead, stay with your wife. She is also very sad." After this, we are shown a scene from 5 years later. Reader was now alone. Because his wife took her life in the grief of her child. After this, we are shown a paranormal investigator. He could talk to ghosts. His name was Ivan. He gets a call. He is told that there were some incidents in the world which were very difficult to understand. In Tali, a child had killed many other children by firing in the school. This case is now given to Reader. Then we are shown a lady. Her name was Elena. She had brought some things to her house. Then her son comes to her. He says, "Mom, I have seen a nightmare. The devil was following me. And I am running away from it." Elena calms her son. She says, "Son, nothing like that happens. And don't think about such things." Elena had a sister. Her son was also studying in the same school where a child had killed all the children. And Elena's sister's son was also dead. There we see Reader who had come to the school to investigate this case. He investigates everything. There, the mother of the child is also called. The child who had killed everyone. Reader asks her, "Was your son a drug addict? Or was he associated with some cult? With such people who do black magic?" The mother of the child was crying a lot. Because she knew nothing about all this. Now Reader goes to meet Elena's sister. Because her son also died in this incident. She says that a man had come to me a few days ago. There was a strange tattoo on his face and body. At that time he told me about all this. But I didn't believe him. I thought he was mad. But I didn't know that what he said would come true. And he also said that there are going to be many more big incidents in the world. In which many people will die. Reader was also surprised to hear about Elena's sister. After which we are shown a pool scene. Where many people had come to swim. The woman who was cleaning there. I don't know what happened all of a sudden. She stands in front of the pool with wires. When a man sees her he tries to stop her. But she also gives him electric shocks and kills him. After seeing all this, all the people in the pool were trying to escape. But the woman had jumped into the water with those wires. All the people in the pool had died. Reader also comes to know about this. So he comes there to investigate. There was also paranormal investigator Ivan. Who knew about these things. Reader felt that this case was exactly like where the killer kills people first. And then he kills himself later. Ivan tells him that this is the work of some evil power. But Reader was not ready to believe all this. Because he did not believe in such things. Ivan tells him to remember. It is a matter of 5 years ago. The incident that took place in the hospital. In which your own child died. I feel that these two cases are exactly like that. Ivan says that this is the work of some such power. Which first controls a person. And then kills everyone. Let's go to a lady's house. Who was a magician. She tells him with her card. That the world is being affected by the devil. Not any cult. But the devil himself comes into the world. Controls the people. And then kills people beyond them. Then everything started moving in the house of the magician woman. It seemed as if that evil power was making her feel her presence. The next morning when Rena and her son were going to the market, the same tattooed man, about whom Rena's sister had told the reader, he kidnaps her and her son and takes them away. Many people were standing there and watching this. Before the police could find out about all this, a man takes a bag and goes to the shopping mall and blows up many people with a bomb. Many people were killed in this incident too. These incidents were increasing day by day. Now the reader and Ivan get to know about a church from Chanbin. When these people go there, everything was strange. Everything was broken. That's when the devil comes in the form of a puppet, who was telling the reader that I am ready to listen to you. But you will have to sacrifice a child. A child will have to be killed for me. He will have to be killed. That's when he shows the reader his wife and child. Ivan knew that he was just showing him all this in his imagination. That's why he shoots that puppet and kills it. That's when someone comes there and makes them both unconscious. The next day when the reader regains consciousness, he was locked in a cage. The same tattooed man was in front of him. This man was a priest. He tells the reader that this is all done by the devil. And I had made a deal with the devil for my soul. After that the devil could never kill me. But don't think that I am with the devil. The reader thought that this priest had killed Ivan. But he shows it to him. He says, look, he and his companion Elena are also safe. The priest says that the devil doesn't want our God to be reborn. And that's why he is doing all this. I know about all this. That's why the devil kills people. Now he decides that all the people will save Elena and her son. All these people wanted to send him to a safe place through a tunnel. Because when the devil told the reader about the sacrifice of a child, that child was no one else but Elena's son. That's why all these people wanted to save him. When he reaches a cave, he sees a place which was very strange. Looking at that place, it seemed as if it was of some cult. And people perform black magic there. That's why the reader starts talking to Cunning in a strange way. The priest understood that the reader is now possessed. He was also in the grip of the devil. He kills a lot of people there. Elena runs away with her daughter from there. When the priest tries to stop the reader runs after Elena by making the priest unconscious. Elena's son was seeing the devil in his real form. What was behind him was exactly what the child saw in his dream. Elena came out of that tunnel. But still the reader was behind her. But she attacks him with a stone and makes him unconscious. That's when some people from the priest came there. And Ivan was with them. They take the reader back to the cave. And perform black magic on him. So that the devil can come out of the reader. But it was very difficult to control the reader there. He was killing everyone one by one. When he tries to kill Elena in the end, the priest comes from behind. The one who had blood on his hands. He puts those bloody hands on the reader's head, due to which his power was reduced. The devil comes out of him and turns into a stone. The devil went back to his dark world. Actually, the priest who had blood on his hands, he was Elena's son. But he didn't die. He just cut his hands and took his blood. Now everyone was safe. In the end, it is shown that Ivan was sitting. He was telling his companions the story of the devil. He also tells that he was a devil inside the reader. How are you, my dear friends? I hope everyone is fine and healthy. My dear friends, let me know how you like the story in the comment box, and to support me, please subscribe the channel and like the video. Dear friends, thank you all for watching the whole video. Thank you.